Hi guys, happy Monday. Thank God. So, how was your guys' weekend? Did you guys do anything for the full moon? It was amazing. The energy was amazing. It was incredible. It's still in Virgo, so I have very little time to finish what I started. So, just a simple little working last night. It was perfect. So, alright, back into traditional witchcraft. So, now we have the Bellarmine jars. So this is all tied in with, just different jars and all kinds of stuff that we do in traditional witchcraft. So literally, a Bellarmine jar is, by the strictest definition, a brown ceramic bottle or jug with a face depicted on its side. So used by witches for housing spirits, hexing targets, and removing curses or hexes. So these jars were very durable, and they were very, very popular among the West Witches of England because they would last literally for centuries, protecting both their contents and the magic contained therein. I like that. I love that. I actually think I have a very, very odd jar with a face on it that is ceramic. So I'm not sure though, so I will have to look. So they weren't always known as the Bellarmine jars, though Bellarmine is a reference to an unpopular 16th century cardinal whose face appeared on the jars originally, though these jars were manufactured in Frechen, near Cologne in Germany. So here they were called Bartman jars, bearded man jars, in reference to the bearded face who always appeared on the side. I wonder if I do. No, I don't. I don't know if I'll show you guys something here in just a second. So, okay, so today they are commonly called witch bottles. Okay, so we have witch bottles. And the availability of a variety of materials used for bottling, canning, and preservation means that the contemporary witch needn't use only brown crockery. Of course, the more durable and long-lasting, the better. So glass might be the most popular of today's choice, but standard glass may not be your sturdiest alternative. So when creating a Bellarmine jar as a spirit house, the old customary face can be a useful depiction of the spirit to whom you've provided a vessel. You can find potters and artisans who make contemporary versions of old jars, or you can paint, carve, and engrave your own. Perfect time to use clay. Seriously, you could do clay. I mean, you could, and just glaze it and then put it in kiln if you have one. So common contents of Bellarmine jars for both spirit houses and curses protection bottles are hair, nail clippings, and charms figurines. A spirit jar might also contain a few drops of blood and offerings related to the spirit housed within. So a jar with the aim of both cursing and protecting might contain pins, broken glass, and urine. Okay. Sometimes the jar is buried in the yard with a warding chant such as the following. So this is a warding chant. So into the ground and go without fear. To guard me now, both far and near. Throw back all evil from whence it came, by the witch father's holy name. I love that. That's wonderful. That is literally wonderful. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? Do you guys have any kinds of jars like that? I actually think I do have. I don't know if this is one. It might be. It doesn't really have any faces on it. But I mean, it has the same concept. Yeah, there's really no faces on it. So I mean, it does have the same concept though. So, but this is a little perfume bottle. So I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, there's nothing. No, there's no faces on it. So you just have your little cork thingy that pops right out. So you can do a little dab of oil or whatever. Still have to put this to use. You can put it on a necklace too and wear it. But that's really heavy. That's a really heavy piece. So I don't know. I don't know if that would work or not. It's too tiny, I think. Way too tiny. So I do have some. I don't know. I like my mason jars. They work perfect. So all right. Now the witch's garter. Yeah, I really like that though. So these are interesting too. I really like this idea. So the witch's garter. The magical garter has significance dating back to prehistoric times. Cave art in eastern Spain that dates to the Paleolithic period shows a sorcerer performing in a ritual while wearing nothing but a pair of garters just below his knees. So in many traditions, the garter is worn only by witch queen or queen of the Sabbath. Ooh, that reminds me of the Feast of Feast. I've watched way too much Sabrina. However, the traditional dress of Morris dancers consists of garters, usually red, and green garters as a traditional Morris dancer tune. So in the trial reckoned of Margaret Johnson, Lancashire in 1633, the devil was said to wear a suit of black tied about with silk points garters. So if we take the position that the devil was the magister of the coven, then we see that the garter... Where'd I go? I'm getting distracted. Where'd I go? Okay, so we see that, the garter is not the sole province of the Queen of the Sabbath, but also worn by men, huh? It's really interesting. They really have some really neat garter-looking things here. I mean, they look like small dog collars, like bracelets maybe, snaps, and I mean, they're just beautiful. They're decorated really nicely. So the red garters were said to be worn by a witchcraft coven summoner. The summoner's job was to advise members on meeting days and times. So the red garter signified to others that she or he was genuine. John Gardner used the red garter as a plot device to this effect in his novel about the witch cult, High Magic's Aid. Alright, so in some traditions the garter is prepared with green leather or velvet with a single lining made of blue silk. That would be neat. In others, the garter is made of real leather, red leather, or snakeskin. There is usually one large silver or gold buckle on the garter representing the queen's own coven, with additional smaller silver buckles for each of the other coven members under her authority. I like this. So the garter is worn on the left leg just above the knee. It may be fastened with a large buckle or with silk ribbons. I like that. I like that. So Pennythrone Hughes states that when a tortured witch was likely to reveal others, he or she may have been murdered in jail by the other witches to avoid further arrests and tortures. So to prove that the murder had been done under those circumstances, a garter would be left, tied loosely around the victim's throat. Ooh. Such a potential informant would be known as a warlock, meaning traitor. That's why we don't associate ourselves with, non-traditional witchcraft anyway. And I know Wiccans don't either. It's witch. So, because warlock means a traitor, traite. In French, traite, traitor. So, I don't like that word. So, yeah, where'd I go? Where did I go? Yeah, meaning warlock means traitor. So, the case of John Stewart of Irving in 1618, in one such example, John Reed of Renfrewshire in 1696, in another, many legends and folktales have a garter as the leitmotif. So the witch garter is found in English history. Okay, so this is great because it goes back to England, where traditional witchcraft is, traditional British witchcraft. So, alright. So history is being linked to the creation of the Order of the Garter. So this order is Greater Britain's highest and most ancient order of knighthood. So the most widespread story states that the Countess of Salisbury was dancing with King Edward III at a court function. As they danced, the Countess's garter fell to the ground. The king picked it up and, to save her embarrassment, put it on his own leg, with the words, "Honi soit qui mal y pense." Shame be to him who thinks evil of it. Oh, he went on to found the Order of the Garter, with the phrase as its slogan, so the precise date for the founding of the order is not known, since the records have been destroyed. but it is thought to be about 1344 or 1350. A long freaking time ago. A long time ago. So the most likely date, however, appears to be 1348. So, Margaret Alice Murray mentions that it took more than a dropped garter to embarrass a lady in the 14th century, even a lady of the court. However, if the garter dropped was a ritual one, demonstrating that its owner was in fact a leader of the old religion, then there would be very real embarrassment, particularly since they were high personages of the Christian church in attendance of the event. Wow. Edward's actions then was incredibly smart thinking. For his placing the garter on his own leg, he not only saved face for the Countess, but also proclaimed himself prepared to be a leader of the pagan population, as well as the Christian. Wow. Alright, that's interesting. That's really interesting. So, this was a clever move, taking into account that a large portion of his subjects were still pagan at that point in time. So Murray is puzzled by Edward's words, but is if deemed as referring to the old religion itself, rather than the action or the garter, then they make very good sense. So Edward then went on to form the Order of the Garter, with 24 knights, himself and the Prince of Wales as a total of 26, or the number of 2 traditional covens. Wow. As chief of the order, the king wore a blue velvet mantle, powdered over with 168 tiny garters, along with the one on his leg that made 169, or 13 times 13. Wow. It's really interesting stuff. I like it. So according to the Key of Solomon by Mathers, this is the proper procedure for making magical garters. So here we go. So, how to make the magic garters. So, take enough of the skin of a stag to make 2 hollow tubular garters. But before stitching them up, thou shalt write on the side of the skin, which was next to the flesh, the words and characters shown in figure 8. With the blood of a hare killed on the 25th of June, and having filled the said garter with green mugwort, gathered also on the 25th of June. Before sunrise, thou shalt put in the 2 ends of each the eye of the fish called barbel. And when thou shalt wish to use them, thou shalt get up before sunrise and wash them in a brook of running water, and place 1 on each leg above the knee. After this, thou shalt take a short road of holm oak, cut on the same 25th of June, turn in the direction thou wishest to go, write upon the ground the name of the place, and commencing by journey, thou wilt find it accomplished in a few days, and without fatigue. When thou wishest to stop, thou hast only to say Amech, and beat the air with the aforesaid wand, and incontinently thou shalt be firm on firm ground. So wow, this is really different. This is interesting. So figure 8, the magical garter from the Key of Solomon. Note, the article was originally written by Lorelei for inclusion of the Blade and Broom blog. So, very interesting stuff about the garter. I did not know any of this. Well, I knew about the garter, but I did not know really what was going on with it. So that's pretty interesting. Actually, that's really interesting. I really want to make one now, so. Alright, let's do some coffee talk. See what's going on. Yeah, that's really, really interesting stuff. I love it because you get to be crafty within a traditional craft. I mean, it's just great. Alright. Let's see. Does anybody know if a honey jar, if you're working a jar or a spell jar or a honey jar and you put on top the candle and the wax has not sealed it yet, can you remove the lid and put an object of a personal object back in it? Does anybody know? That honey jar, or whatever that jar I did, I won't go into details, but it is amazing. So I only use sugar, and I used a bunch of herbs and different things. And it was really interesting. I mean, really interesting. It was so peaceful. It was amazing just doing all that. I loved it. Alright. Okay, let's find the comments. I'm so glad that YouTube has filtered out all of these trashy comments. So, alright, let's see here. It takes forever for this thing to load. Anthony. Oh, hi, Anthony. How are you? Alright. Okay, so glad you uploaded today. I was off work for 2 days waiting on your live, but you tell them the truth. Much love. Stay safe. Yeah, I didn't like what was going on with a couple people, so. Jay Phoenix, hi my bro. So glad you uploaded this. I've missed seeing your lives. I will be live. Moss Rodriguez, my God is greater than yours. Remember who created him? Oh, are you sure about that? Are you sure? Why are you watching these videos? Shouldn't you be in, church? Global Village Witch, hi. I love that. I love the information about the broom. I don't know why I did not know that already. Blessed be. I didn't either. But I really like that. I think that was really cool information. It's really, really neat. Okay, so just Ross. Curious as who the man is, and is this to do with the missing 411? Yes, it is, and that's all I will say. Alright, shout out Silverhawk, Gen Z. Tony Garcia, Miss Lizzie, Leah Hall, Pragnum Breaker, Ashley and Family, Mermaid, Una Moonsong Mullins, hi, Kelsey Allright. Wow, okay, yeah, everything is just going crazy now. And Jordan Spencer, everybody, I love you all. So yeah, that's just, it's too much. The comments are very odd. So, but alright guys, I will see you all tomorrow. Feed those ancestors. It is Monday. So, alright guys, I love you all very much with all my heart. All the way from Venus, all the way back down. And I will see you guys tomorrow. So thank you guys for just being amazing people. I love you all. And yes, I'll see you guys tomorrow. So everybody have a great day.